Do you think Samsung is the ideal candidate to get relief under the IRA, and that could boost a part of the demand story when it comes to their chip business?
I think that could be the right direction. We are expecting the recovery might be coming through sometime within the second half of this year. Obviously, there have been much more significant inventory reductions that we need to have. So we did see some write-downs happening quite significantly, and still there's demand pickup is not really happening for the time being. But with the story of the AI and also the IRS, all that story within U.S. is expected to do some recovery. And therefore, we are seeing some of these earnings numbers coming through from the big mega tech companies in U.S. So I do think that the recovery story is coming. And the good factor is that despite such a poor profit numbers coming through, we are seeing share prices stabilizing, and still it is up a little bit higher than for the bottom of last year, the fourth quarter. So clearly the stock price seems to be moving ahead of the possible recovery story sometime within the second half of this year.
Right. And so how much momentum in terms of numbers do you see for the business going forward?
Well, in terms of the numbers, it's very difficult to say, but the consensus is expected to estimate that the recovery for next year to be about 180% EPS growth next year. Of course, that is from the very, very low bottom of minus 80% year-on-year reduction in EPS. But if you look at the return on equity angles, the Samsung Electronics is expected to show about 3% ROE numbers to recover to about 8.4% next year on the basis of consensus. We do think that we do follow the consensus. We think that the recovery story is there, but it's not as significant as what we've seen in 2020 or 2021. If you look at the return on equity angles, you are looking at the peak level of 15% per se. So about half of that recovery we are expecting sometime next year.